Here's what I think is really big about this, and if you can allow me to get a little out over my skis for a second, because it doesn't even have to do with Denver in particular. As I'm watching Moj with a mini Gatorade pour liquid IV in there. I love it. I didn't know it all would fit in there.
Why you got to get in my business
No,
like that?
I love, dude, you know me. I have one of those every morning. I think they're great. Here's the deal. The Chiefs being 5-4, you being 8-2. We've discussed this part of it. You win this game, you basically knock Kansas City out of division contention, and you put them on the cusp of like missing the postseason entirely, which is a wild thing to say 10 weeks into the Chiefs season. But if I can take this a little bit farther, will you allow me to? And
Please
just
do.
ask this
Floor
question.
is yours, Holmes.
If you win this weekend and you put them on the cusp of, forget the AFC West, just making the playoffs. They're currently out of a playoff spot right now. If the season ended today, they are not in. Last offseason, two big discussions about the Chiefs happened. One was, is Travis Kelce coming back or is he going to retire? The second was, is Andy Reid coming back or is he going to retire? If they miss the playoffs because you beat them this week and they can't overcome the deficit, could you have ended a run of like, well, they're like, oh, I guess our winning's done. I'll hang it up. Could that happen? I guess is what I'm saying.
You mean a reign of terror?
Yes.
I don't think so because Mahomes ain't going anywhere. And the second thing I wanted to bring up, the assumption that they miss the playoffs if they lose this game, I think you're talking a little too quickly here because I'm looking at the AFC. Let's say the Chiefs lose and they drop to 5-5. They're going to snag one of those wild card spots. I'm telling you right now, because there's no way the AFC North gets anybody but its division winner in there. And the AFC South, the way the Jags are playing of late, I think they still sneak in.
I don't want to
you still have to be wary of them.
I don't want to make it sound like, Vic, that if they lose this weekend, they'll miss the playoffs. But it's just going to be an uphill battle for them. Do they still make it, or can they still make it? Yeah, they can. Yeah. But it's like you also have behind them Baltimore with a healthy Lamar, easier schedule the second half of the season. Like maybe they could jump into one of those spots. Maybe the Jags find whatever they've lost over the last few weeks. I don't know. It becomes an uphill climb. I'm not saying they missed the postseason, but if they could, like there could be some larger discussions about that sort of holy trinity that they've had for 8 years of Mahomes, Kelce, and Reid. Who knows what happens if they have a bad season?
Moj, give me another instance in the NFL where we're this late in the season and a third-place team is going to play a first-place team on the road, and that third-place team still feels like the overwhelming favorite to win that game.
Vic, it's a very odd situation.
How rare is that?
It's very rare. Listen, I can think of other examples like when the Bengals do their thing and they finally get healthy midway through a season and they become dangerous and they win 6 in a row and blah, blah, blah. It's a very specified scenario that we're facing this weekend here in Denver.
Yeah.
And Brett, you're right. The opportunity for the Denver Broncos to turn the tide of the entire division.
You haven't had this for a decade, Moj.
No. And that's the thing. When you turn around an aircraft carrier, dude, it takes a lot of open ocean to turn an aircraft carrier around. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Chiefs' domination of this division has been. A flipping aircraft carrier plowing through the water. The Denver Broncos have a chance to turn that around this weekend. They've been waiting for this chance. We've been waiting for this chance. Hell, the whole AFC West has been waiting for this chance for a decade, and now it's presenting itself. You must take advantage of it. And again, it's still pretty scary, Vic, because the specific scenario, you know how good the Chiefs are. And by the way, I'm sure that they wake up this morning going, man, they're probably surprised the position they're in. They can't afford to lose this game, and they know it, dude. They know it.
They're looking at this game, what an inflection point for their season. Okay, let's get back on the side. Here we go. This is it.
We're going to have to cut
aliens.
that. The aliens are back.
See, the aliens, here's what they do.
Well, he's in outer space.
Yeah, so they hide out on the other side of the moon, they're like, when we get our opportunity, we've been waiting for Lombardi for a long time to get his ass up here.
Yeah.
Because we
Been begging for this.
We got aliens are like, he's been dissing us for like 3 decades.
Well,
we got a bone to pick.
Moshe, just getting back to, have I been super critical of a team that's 8-2? Yes. And I've done that with a specific reason.
I wouldn't say you've been super critical. I would say that you've been fair in your assessments, like everybody else has been.
Yeah, the Broncos are
nobody's ripping them apart.
The Broncos are a good team.
Yeah.
The issue that I have, and the reason why I continually talk about their offense not being up to standard, is because of games like this, in which you're playing against Kansas City. You're going to have to score. Can you do it? And that's just something I don't have the answer to yet. And I've told you, I've been on record. No matter how they win this game, if they get a safety on the first play of the game, that's the only point scored, and the Broncos win 2-0. I will not complain on Monday. I won't. Because it's just about getting that dub against this team and putting them totally in the rearview mirror. Now, the reason why I kind of bring this up is I didn't watch a lot of the game. It was sort of background stuff. It was on the other TV that I had when I was watching the Avs last night. But you watch Drake May, and it's just different. There's a different level of belief that they have in New England. And you could say, well, they were playing the Jets. So did you. Like, you played the Jets and you scored 13 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I noticed last night? And tell me if you guys, I don't know how closely you watched Drake May, but even when they did the highlight package showing all of his throws, how calm and comfortable he stands in the pocket. He's never sped up. He's never like in a wild, he's never like panicked. He's calm. I'm telling you, what a skill to possess at that age. Second-year quarterback, much like Bo Nix. That, to me, is the biggest difference between the two. And we can be truthful here. Bo gets sped up a lot in the pocket. He abandons the pocket. He vacates the pocket too many times. We've talked about this. We had Jake Plummer on the show 2 days ago. He talked about this. That's the one element he needs to work on, is being patient in the pocket. And Drake May, there's a reason. Isn't he the MVP favorite right now? Not just a candidate, the favorite. He's betting odds to win the MVP.
I wouldn't say he's a favorite. I'd say Stafford and Taylor are the favorites.
I mean, but he's in the conversation.
He's among the favorites betting odds. I'm telling you, he's just different in the pocket, and that is a skill that the great ones possess.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys missed it yesterday, we talked to Emmanuel Sanders, and we always love talking to Emmanuel. And we asked him about the Chiefs, and he said this.
And here's the thing. At first, we were all fist pumping the Chiefs. Finally, I've been waiting on this time for them to be down, and it's our time, and it's our time. And then you start watching the past like 3 or 4 weeks, and you're like, holy these guys. I don't know what to do.
But it's the truth. Like Motion, we were talking about yesterday that the Chiefs are just like Michael Myers. No matter how fast you run, he's always like 20 steps behind you. And that Bo Nix is Jamie Lee Curtis in the Halloween movies. She survives.
Yep.
Barely.
He said it so well. He said it perfectly.
Yeah. Look, man, Emmanuel said a lot yesterday. One of the things, actually, Nelly, can you dig this up? I guess I'm not surprised to hear him say this, but I don't know if this is the proper strategy for him to take. When we were asking about the offense, and Emmanuel said, look, I was a bit of a diva.
He fully admits it. Yeah.
I was a bit of a diva. And we asked about Cortland Sutton getting more involved, and I brought up the example of A.J. Brown, and I go, I mean, look at what's happening in Philly. They're kind of like the Broncos. They're winning games. Their offense isn't great. And they got a wide receiver complaining. And he actually kind of said he shouldn't go about it the way that I did, but I kind of want to see Cortland Sutton say something about get me involved in the game plan. So, Nelly, when you have that, just let me know. But is that the right strategy to take, is as you're winning? Because Cortland is never going to be the guy that bees and moans about his touches and his involvement when they're winning football games. I mean, hell, I remember last year they played a game, I think it was against New Orleans, where he had no targets in the game, but they won by like 28, and he's like, I don't care. We won.
Right.
And deep down.
Which is very deep down, maybe he wants the football, but it's very unselfish and very wide receiver-like for him to say that.
Here's what Emmanuel said about it.
Yeah, I could say that I was probably a bit of a diva a little bit. Right? Like, I'm just being honest. I love making plays, you know what I mean? And sometimes that didn't show in the best ways. I ain't taking it as far as AJ Brown taking it, right? Like, I try to keep it, in house. But I don't think that the Broncos have any divas. I've been around Cortland. Cortland's not a diva at all. He's a team first guy, and he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to go in there, even when he is frustrated. Because I know that deep down he's frustrated a little bit, right? Because he's really not getting involved, and I know he's frustrated, but he's not going to express those frustrations, right? He's not gonna blast it out, and I got a lot of respect from that standpoint. Sometimes, do I think that he probably not going about it the right way? I would want the ball because he's a playmaker and he can help the offense out. Right. So, yeah, he's a team first guy. But at the end of the day, if you know that you can help the team out, express that concern that I just want to help the team.
He kind of suggested that Cortland should say something. I mean, it would be totally out of character. But, Vic, what do you think upon hearing that? Do you think he should take the Emmanuel route and not go full A.J. Brown, but be like, yeah, I feel like I should get more involved in the game plan?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
He's either two places. He's either orbiting Uranus or he's in Winnipeg, which might be the same thing.
Yeah, it might be.
Okay.
Very well might be.
All right, it might be the same thing. Shut me off. Shut him off.